Hello and kia ora. I'm Tonia, Director of Koa Press, an independent publisher based in New Zealand. We produce beautiful illustrated titles, ranging from gardening and floral titles through to cookbooks. Rarely is there a book that offers such a beautiful balance of visual escapism, mindful activity, and helpful information. Created by globally popular flower farmer Zoe Field, with whimsical writing by Julia Atkinson Dunn, the reader is challenged to search for hidden objects within large glossy spreads of Zoe's flowers, an activity that transcends age and encourages connection. In the pages between, gardeners, growers and florists alike are offered a unique insight behind the scenes of the farm with brilliantly informative profiles of the plants used, relevant to all in temperate climates around the world. It's worth noting that this month, Zoe was interviewed and her book promoted on the blog and social media of global flower farming sensation and Magnolia Network star Erin Benzakein of Floret Farm. Erin also wrote the foreword for the book. A large format, beautiful photographic book that celebrates the joy and beauty of flowers throughout the seasons. The pages showcase a series of detailed and enchanting botanical flat lays that will transport you into the world of 15 imagined creative characters whose lives have been shaped by nature. Get lost in their stories as you search for hidden objects amongst the blooms. Inspired by her flower-filled life in Gisborne, New Zealand, Zoe presents her work through a new magical lens. Combining her extraordinary photography and flowering skills, she not only offers readers of all ages a visual delight, but also idea-laden lists of plants to capture the imagination of any gardener, regardless of their experience. This book would be right at home within the gardening section or creative coffee table selection of any book or lifestyle store. And finally, a note from Zoe. My hope is that this book offers a little respite, a visual delight that takes your imagination on a journey. Let your eyes wander the pages as if walking the paths of a garden, finding treasures in every season, making sure not to overlook the littlest of details. Enter the lovable and attitude-packed cookbook by Australian food star Sam Parrish. While delivering 30 dishes with 3 alternatives of each based on time commitment, there can be no missing the upbeat and playful voice of its creator. Its standout design, extremely delicious, achievable recipes, and sunny disposition will make this book a standout in bookshops and design-led lifestyle stores. A long-awaited book that pushes back against the achingly minimal and restrained titles that have been dime a dozen over the past few years. A cookbook with the freedom to choose. Sam offers up 30 dishes cooked 3 ways, giving you 90 uncomplicated recipes with a maximum of flavour and a minimum of fuss. For each dish, Sam has 3 versions. Number 1, slap it together. These are Sam's hack-style recipes that are even more minimum fuss than usual. This one's all about putting convenience and flavour first and getting you a result with the smallest effort required. Cooking smart, not hard, and reaping the rewards in mouthfuls of deliciousness. Number 2, go-to. These are Sam's ride or die, tried and true recipes that are on heavy rotation at her place and will never go out of style. From pulled pork burgers to egg and shrooms on toast to twice-cooked garlic potatoes, they've been developed by Sam along the years to be the best of the best. And lastly, number 3, long game. These are Sam's not-so-fast, not-so-casual recipes. These recipes have elements that require a little more effort, but are worth it for the result. And fear not, they still have a minimum of fuss approach to see us learning something new, but not being chained to the stove for 7 hours, because let's be honest, who's got time for that? From sandwiches to schnitzel, cakes to crumbles, this is a cookbook for a new generation of cooks and eaters who want food stuffed to the absolute brim with flavour, whilst also scaled in the amount of effort required. So grab a spoon and let's go. Standing out from other flower arranging titles by professional florists, this is a beautiful image-heavy book created by a gardener for gardeners. Successful Kiwi blogger, gardener and author Julia Atkinson Dunn encourages the disregard of commercial perfection and rules, instead giving guidance on how to harvest flowers without ruining a garden, and promoting creative play as a personal reward in a busy world. Descriptions of basic home-based arranging skills support the use of unexpected, easy-to-find seasonal specimens and attractive imagery to inspire gardeners in any temperate region around the world, including the US and Canada. Harvesting from the garden means short, wonky stems, bruised petals, insects crawling out of blooms, and the open invitation to claim a weed or vegetable as vase fodder. It's easy to lose ourselves in the fast pace of life, family, work, and global events beyond our control. Moments of meditation, creativity, and connecting with nature are often difficult to find, but we are well reminded of the benefits when we do. The pinching of 30 minutes in a day and the calm comfort in playing with foliage and flowers to be enjoyed during daily domestic life. Written in her signature casual tone, as seen in her debut sold-out book Petal Power, Julia offers an accessible guide to picking, conditioning, and arranging homegrown treasures, celebrating their quirks, and encouraging unexpected combinations. Seasonal chapters profile arrangements she has made, detailing plants in season and inviting readers to play without the hunt for perfection or restraint. This book offers achievable flower arranging that smashes limiting beliefs and proves beauty can be created on your own terms. A gorgeous home-focused title that sits easily within the gardening section of bookstores and is a visual standout when styled within design and lifestyle stores. And finally, a word from Julia. Within the pages of this book, I hope you find inspiration and encouragement to open your eyes to the weird and wonderful specimens that you might be able to experiment with. Whether you are a gardener yourself, an enthusiastic forager, or someone who enjoys a trawl of their mum's borders, there is a calm refuge and creativity to be found in arranging. In the culinary world, where plant-based food is often viewed as a little stark and ultra-healthy, New Zealand food star and musician Flip Greater presents a packed volume of extremely delicious and decadent vegan recipes, from aperitif right through to desserts. Lists of food and equipment staples are also clearly laid out, while barrier-breaking basic condiments like egg-free aioli, cashew parmesan, and mascarpone are explained to complement the main dishes. The book is ideally suited to both new vegans who consider themselves foodies and experienced cooks seeking to expand their repertoire. A visual and virtual feast that rivals traditional cookbooks focused on hearty, passionate food, eating, and sharing. Flip is a renowned Kiwi singer-songwriter who boasts her own indie record label and owns Greater Goods, an iconic plant-based bistro and delicatessen in Christchurch, New Zealand. A menu of French-inspired deliciousness shows everyone who walks in the door that we no longer have to choose between pleasure and principles. Flip is a successful chef and recipe writer, developing her vegan recipes and Greater Goods products that are sold in retailers throughout New Zealand. The Greater Good cookbook highlights food that is truly delicious and about indulgence, yet happens to be good for you and the planet. Over 60 European-inspired adaptable dishes, ranging from sausages, cassoulets, and breads, to super easy spreadable cheeses, pâtés, crackers, delectable desserts, and plant-based baking and cooking. Chapters are loosely based on the classic French menu, apéro, entree, mains, desserts, and the basics chapter at the back, showcasing sauces, creams, and base recipes that Flip can't do without. These recipes are edible activism, ethical hedonism. They are mostly simple, unpretentious, and shareable. Flip encourages you to gather around tables, break bread, and leave a ton of crumbs like the French do. Carefully collated, bite-sized articles and an image-heavy format combines with Julia Atkinson Dunn's casual, friendly, and fresh voice to investigate gardening from its most important basics to insightful essays, and offers a hard-to-find window into some globally renowned New Zealand gardens. Accessible for beginners and intriguing for experienced gardeners, this is a rich and fresh book that uniquely mixes the author's discovery of gardening with invaluable practical advice without being a memoir. For some, gardening is a mysterious activity involving muck, unfathomable know-how, and physical labour. To others, it is their gateway to creativity, well-being and magic. Julia knows what it is to stand on both sides of this fence and has channeled her discovery of gardening into a book to aid and inspire others in their own. A guided discovery of gardening is a collation of her best articles in photography, arranged to sweep new and experienced gardeners through informative beginner basics to fascinating insights laid bare through her friendly and often personal writing. From introductions to plant types and growing from seed, the valuable tips for home buyers and the curation of seasonally responsive planting. Particularly relevant to temperate regions around the world, rich doses of handy knowledge are intermingled with reflective essays and visual visits to some of her favourite gardens, including her own. Author of hugely successful titles Petal Power and Flowers for Friends, Julia's third title combines her best column pieces written for New Zealand's premier news platform and republished with her original photos in numerous national and regional newspapers. It can be consumed cover to cover or picked through and referred to, standing on the shelf as a modern gardening title with a focus on naturalistic style gardening and climate resilient planting, which is gaining huge popularity in the Northern Hemisphere. This will be a highly collectible title amid garden and bookstores, while finding its home in lifestyle and design stores, appealing to women in the mid-30s upward. That's all for now, but please do check out our website at koapress.co.nz for more information on these titles, or follow us on social media at Koa Press.